Hi and welcome. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is April 2nd, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. If you are an eBay seller, this information may be helpful to you. I got quite a few windows opened up. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Okay, before I get started, as you can see, I have quite a few windows open up over here. I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URLs where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. Now, with this particular news segment, there's quite a bit of things going on, as you know, with the coronavirus and stuff. And you might say, well, this information is no different from all the other information I put out, but I find this particular news segment is going to be a little interesting in the sense that it's got some things that really pertain to us sellers, especially if you're an eBay seller. So you may want to stick around and check it out. However, I'm going to try to keep it cryptic as possible. I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm going to give you the URL, and the rest of the information is up to you to pick up where I left off. Because as you can see, folks, I have quite a bit of windows opened up here, and I want to expand on a little on each topic, and then I want to move on. Okay, so please keep that in mind. I do throw out the dates for the simple reasons I want you guys to know how current the information is, and this way you'll have a better understanding as to what's going on. All right, our first story is from Fortune, so it's www.fortune.com. This story was posted March 30th, 2020. It says USPS warns it might have to shutter by June as $2 trillion coronavirus stimulus package provides no funding. Okay. It goes on to say here, folks, I'm going to read over here where it says 50 years ago, a postal worker strike halted mail delivery. The 8-day strike carried out by 150,000 letter carriers across 30 cities prompted then President Richard Nixon to declare an emergency and send the National Guard to deliver mail. Wow. Now, I didn't know about that there. I don't remember that, but that's pretty serious that they have to call the National Guard to deliver mail. It goes on to say the United States Postal Service is a vital element of our entire communication system. The poor depend heavily upon it for medical services and also for government assistance. Okay, and then it goes on to say, now that's the other thing I forgot to mention. A lot of these sites have active hyperlinks, so you're going to need to go directly to the site. Okay, whenever you see blue lettering or green lettering or whatever it may be, those are active hyperlinks, and if you want to read more about it, you're going to have to click it on. I'm not going to get too into it. I'm just going to read over here for government. I'm just going to pick up where it left off. It says Nixon said it in an address to the nation, which you click it on, you can read it. Veterans depend on it for the compensation checks. The elderly depend on it for Social Security checks. Okay. It goes on to say here a little further. I could read the rest of this here because there's not much to read. Like I said, again, you could always pause the video and reread it if you choose to do so. It goes on to say here, today the Postal Service is just as essential. It delivers about 1 million life-saving medications each year and serves as the only delivery link to American living in rural areas. Working with other delivery services like UPS, the agency supports 1.7 trillion in sales and 7.3 million private sector workers year. And this will prove essential to delivering 2020 census to citizens, as well as any vote by mail initiatives. The USPS is the federal government's most favorable viewed agencies with the approval rate of 90%. Yet, once again, the USPS is in a crisis mode with a negative net worth of $65 billion and an additional $140 billion in unfunded liabilities. The USPS originally expected to run out of liquidity by 2021 without intervention. This has accelerated rapidly because of COVID-19. Fewer people and businesses are sending mail because of the outbreak, could hasten the decline of the Postal Service and close its doors as early as June, officials warned. Now, this is serious stuff, folks. I don't know about you, but I use the Postal Service exclusively for all my delivery, well, when I make sales, that is. I don't deal with UPS and FedEx. Not that there's anything wrong with them. I found, for me personally, that I got better deals with the United States Postal Service. Now, as it may seem to you out there, like, hopefully this won't happen. But again, anything is possible. What backup plan you're going to have? Well, for the most part, they deal a lot with the letters, right? They deal a lot more with the letters If that was the case, God forbid, the only ones you could deal with right now as far as courier services would be FedEx and what do you call it there? FedEx and UPS. I'm not fond of those services. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but like I said earlier, I got better deals with the United States Postal Service. So keep that in mind. I know it's ways off. We just started 2020, so to speak. So, but let's hope there's a turnaround for this here, folks, because for the simple reason is that's not going to be good if that is to ever happen, which I hope it don't. But one may never know. Again, this story was with Fortune. It came out March 30th, 2020. If you'd like to read more into it, or you just pause the video, there's not much more you can do. I'm sure there's going to be other media sites going to be covering this here. But right now, it's the only one I know of right now with Fortune. Let's move right along. This one here is from eMarketer. So it's www.emarketer.com. The story came out April 1st, 2020. And it says U.S. direct-to-consumer e-commerce sales will rise nearly $18 billion in 2020. Despite the strong growth of D2C, companies are facing more headwinds. Now, I don't know how they are going about this. I didn't get a chance to read the whole article, but we'll read a little into it right now. It says, for the first time, we are breaking out the direct-to-consumer D2C e-commerce sales. We define D2C companies as digitally native brands that started independent online retailers selling directly to consumers. Our estimates exclude travel, event tickets, payments such as bill pay, taxes, money transfers, food or drink services, gambling, and other vice good sales. It goes on to say a little more in here. It goes in 2019, D2C e-commerce sales reached $14.28 billion in the U.S. In 2020, we forecast the sales to grow by 24.3% to $17.75 billion, although it's too early to predict the full impact of the coronavirus pandemic on D2C sales. We anticipate the brands and the sector will face mounting challenges. Okay, I'm not going to read too much in this here. They got a little graph over here. You could read into it more. That's why I gave you the URL. Okay, and they do have much to read here. And again, because I have so many windows opened up, I am not going to continue going on with this here. You can see they got quite a bit. All right, I just wanted to share with you until I throw it out. Now, the next 10 windows are going to be from e-commerce bites. All right, one of my favorite sites. I love this site. I get a lot of good information, and you too can sign up for free email alerts when they come out. So let me give you the URL. It's www.ecommercebytesoneword.com. This story came out March 31st, 2020. eBay pushes sellers into managed payments despite pandemic. Now, I don't know about you. I heard pros and cons with managed payments. Some people like it, some people don't. Right now, with my eBay, my eBay business, I'm using PayPal. I would hope I could still continue to use PayPal. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I love PayPal. But anyway, let's read a little into this here. It says, despite the stress sellers are facing due to the coronavirus pandemic, eBay informed its sellers today that it will enroll them in its new managed payment program this year and announce another phase in the rollout. eBay sent an email giving sellers the opportunity to pre-register. Once you pre-register, nothing will change in your selling routine. Starting late July, your account will be activated for managed payments and will notify you as soon as your activation date approaches. A seller forwarded an e-commerce bites the email she received, wrote, "Please tell me this is a joke." The email began addressing the timing of the announcement. It goes on to say, "We recognize the COVID-19 and associated current events are creating unprecedented challenges for eBay sellers across the country, and your health and that your business is our top priority. We are monitoring the situation closely for our eBay community, our buyers, sellers, and employees." Then it goes on to say here, "In these extraordinary times, we want to support your business's planning. As you may be aware, eBay continues to progressively enable sellers on managed payments in 2020 and has processed over 2 billion payments already. Starting next month, we will be offering an opportunity to pre-register your business for managed payments. Pre-registration allows you extra time to prepare for your business, and for us to secure your enablement date as early as possible. I'm not going to read too much into this here, folks. I'm not crazy about the managed payment service. I'd rather just keep it using the PayPal, to be honest with you. I also recommend that when you go to these sites, especially e-commerce sites, to please read the comments that are left here by others. They're buyers and sellers just like you and I, and they do bring out some good information, good topics that you and I might not be aware of. So I highly recommend you check them out, and that's a good part of this here on these websites is the comments from these, like I said, buyers and sellers. So I don't know. I just find it amusing sometimes. But anyway, I'm not going to get too much into that there, folks. Let's go right to the next window. Like I said, I want to expand a little on each topic and move on. This one came out March 30th, 2020. eBay new seller promo and what's hot on eBay. Now, mind you, I didn't get a chance to read all these here, so keep that in mind. If I sound a little surprised at times with certain things, it's because I didn't get a chance to read everything verbatim here. It says eBay will announce a seller promotion this week for non-store subscribers, according to eBay Vice President, Seller Operations and Engagement, Marnie Levine. It says eBay is currently running a promotion for store subscribers, giving them 50,000 additional listings each month, free listings each month. Oh, really? Okay. In March and April. While the whole new promos will cover non-store subscribers. It goes on to say, on Monday, Marnie Levine said we have promotions for non-store subscribers coming up this week, our consumer sellers, and then we're also looking at ways to bring a lot of the struggling brick-and-mortar stores online to eBay through special promotions. She also gave examples of items that are selling well, including items in the games category, home gym equipment, and office equipment. Now, this is an active hyperlink. That's why I tell you go directly to the site. You could click this on, and you could listen to what she has to say. There's quite a bit of reading here, and here's another one over here, Seller Check-In with Jordan Sweden. This one here, if you don't want to sign into the other stuff or check the other ones out, you might want to check into this one here to listen to what they have to say, okay? I would definitely sign into this particular one and definitely check out what's being said here. I'm not going to expand too much on the topic. However, I will leave this window up because I am going to come back to it to listen to what they have to say. Let's go to the next window here. Parts of eBay site. Now, this came out March 30th, 2020. Look at this. In case you guys didn't know, that's why I love doing the reseller news and stuff. So I keep you guys abreast of what's going on. Parts of eBay site go down Monday afternoon. This is parts of eBay's website are inaccessible Monday afternoon, including Seller Hub. The timing is unfortunate since eBay ended the phone support due to the impact of the coronavirus outbreak. We imagine eBay is having at least some of its global technical staff working from home in addition to its customer service staff. Someone wrote over here. Now, Down Detector is a good site. If you've never been to it, I highly recommend you check it out. I like Down Detector. It's really good. If you never tried it out, just go to Down Detector, www.downdetector.com, and you will see good information there. Now, it goes on to say here, Down Detector shows a spike in reports beginning between 2 and 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, the e-commerce EKG is another one that's also good too. Okay, people could also go on that. That's on this site as well. Okay, that's a e-commerce EKG is with e-commerce bytes. It's another little subchapter they got over there, a little subdirectory type of thing where you could post your problems and stuff like that. It goes on to say sellers are also reporting problems on EKG. Cannot get into the Seller Hub at eBay, all right? And it says, repeated, get this message when we ran a problem, but we're working on it. Please try later, okay? Now, there's no doubt, eBay is having some glitches going on there. That's inevitable not to happen, especially what's going on with this coronavirus thing. You might say, how did the two interrelate with one another? Well, I feel, my own personal take is that they do relate to one another. Because, eBay is scrambling to try to make things work for the sellers and the buyers. And as you could see, just reading some of the stuff here, going, from the first couple of months we're talking, they are trying to, establish a presence for us sellers to, make sales and stuff like that. I mean, like I said again, there's a lot of pros and cons with updates and stuff like that. You're gonna, in some cases they're for the better, and in some cases they may be for the worse. But for the most part, let's give eBay a little, latitude there. Let's, see what happens. Let's see them work out the bugs and get this thing up and running, and hopefully, we could have a little a level playing field here where things will work and get back on track again. Now, that's what I'm hoping for. All right. So I'm going to leave this window open up as well, because I want to come back to this. And again, folks, I always recommend, and again, these are all active hyperlinks, okay? You may want to check this out, okay? Yeah, definitely, I'm definitely keeping this one. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to be checking this one out. All right. And this is the story you're looking for, all right? This is pretty interesting here, because like I said, I didn't get a chance to check this out. As you can see, it was posted March 30th, so I don't, I know it's the April 2nd already, but I've been busy doing other stuff, so I apologize I couldn't get it out on that specific day. There will be times I won't be able to post on that specific date for the simple reason because I got personal things I have to take care of too. But I will, for the most part, bring it to your attention, okay? Don't worry. You can rest assured I will bring it to you guys out there, keep you in the loop of what's going on within the e-commerce world, so to speak. Let's go with this one here. This one came out April 1st, 2020. What triggers Amazon to suspend sellers for price gouging? Okay, it goes on to say, Amazon tried to clear up confusion on Wednesday about what triggers the company to suspend its sellers from price gouging during the current COVID-19 pandemic. Amazon and other online marketplaces are under pressure from regulators, lawmakers, and consumers alike to keep sellers from listing essential goods at excessive prices during the public health crisis. I'm not going to get into that topic. You know how I feel about price gouging. I said it a couple times in my other videos. I'm not for it. I do not sell any of that stuff. Not that I'm saying for those of you out there who do sell this stuff, hand sanitizers, toilet paper, whatever, that's your call. The only thing I will say, and during a crisis like this here, if you are going to go in that route and start selling those items, try to keep it a fair price. I mean, these people they're going on eBay, they're desperate. They want these items because they can't get it probably in their towns or cities or states, wherever they are, and it's a shortage. So if you're gonna make some money, yeah, that's cool, But the thing is, don't make the prices so excessive, where I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not getting involved in any of that stuff there, But for those of you out there who are, just try to keep the prices moderate so that people could, they get it on both ends. You're making a little, they're getting a good deal, whatever, But definitely, try to work with them as far, that's what I said. We're in a crisis now. We need this stuff. So that's the way I feel about it. But let's move right along here. It goes on to say here, this one came out March 31st. Are you having issues with eBay fee deferrals? I was just looking at the fees on there. I thought they were going to defer it, but I guess not. So they said I'm going to probably be due to pay a bill today, April 2nd. But that's okay. Whatever. I'm not going to squawk over it. It's not too big of a bill because I didn't make that many sales. And basically, my bill is going to be for my starter store, which is only $4.95 a month. So it's not too bad. But anyway, let's read a little into it. It says eBay offered to defer certain seller fees for the eBay store subscribers due to the coronavirus outbreak. However, some cash-strapped sellers reported problems today. Again, I'm going to have to read this one here. I liked it because, again, I wasn't aware of this here. It says, in this thread on eBay boards titled, well, so much for the great eBay fee deferral program. Sellers report eBay has taken 100% of their fees rather than deferring them by deferring them 50%. Wow. Okay, I didn't know, like I said, again, that's why, when I do this here, folks, when I do this news, this reselling news, I like to share this information because, again, if you are an eBay seller, you might not be aware of it. And that's why I do this here, to bring it to your attention. And I hope that with my concerted efforts to bring this to you guys, taking time out of my busy day, I hope you get a takeaway from it. And if you do find this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post out videos like this here, hit that bell notification icon. Okay, with that said, it says, if you get into the problem, in fact, eBay has suspended phone support as it sets up its customer service reps to work from home. Okay, well, we know that's happening. It's not only them, it's a lot of companies are doing it. We have to keep our social distance. The company I deal with who makes my videos, well, who I buy the software from, Filmora, they got a lot of their workers there working at home as well. So it's nothing new. And then again, over here, you can see it says eBay announced the deferral program March 25th on its eBay announcement board, where it explained if your request approved and request is approved, if your request is approved, 50% of your covered fees on your current invoice will be deferred until the next billing cycle. Of the remaining 50% will be due on a subsequent billing cycle. Okay. Again, more what do you call it there? Active hyperlinks. So please check it out. I'm scrolling over here. I'm looking over here really quick over here. I'm just looking at something. Look at this one here. This is an interesting story. This is within the same thing. It says a self-described 20-year eBay power seller, which is me. I'm one. And I did not write this. I don't even think I wrote this. It says a seller described, a self-described 20-year eBay power seller with 100% feedback. He said he has nothing right now and can't pay his mortgage or buy food for his family. See, when I hear stories like this, folks, this is sad. This is really sad. It really is. And wow. This one, as I was scrolling down, it just caught my eye, and it's really depressing. I mean, this is really bad. I'm going to read a little more into this one here. I think it's important for others to know that they treat sellers even after I pleaded for help, and even went ahead offering deferment for sellers such as myself. This must go out to other sellers and the general public. Let us know if your deferral went through or not. Okay, and then you could read up on what these people, what the comments left by other people. That's sad. That really is. And you know something, folks? I've read other stories like this, even on the eBay community chat board. That is really sad. Has nothing to do right now. Can't even pay his mortgage or buy food for his family. That is so depressing. I tell you, when I hear stories like this here, I wish I was in a financial situation. I would like to reach out to people like this and try to help them. This is really sad. Wow. Well, I hope and pray to God everything works out for this person here. I'm sure there's many others like that probably ain't coming out talking about it, but that's sad. That's a sad story. I'm sorry. My heart goes out to the seller. It really does. Anyway, let's move to the next window. It's like I said, I'm not putting this stuff out there to be doom and gloom Richie here, but I need to get this information out to you guys, and I want to keep you in the loop of what's going on. It's really sad. But anyway, with that aside, I hope everything goes all right for that person somehow. This story came out March 30th, 2020. It says seller closes eBay store and gets hit by billing issues. Wow, this is another one. See that again. It goes on to say, Ina, for those who don't know, Ina Steiner is the co-founder and the editor of E-Commerce Bites. So like I said, many times before, this is one of my favorite sites. You get the straight talk. It goes on to say, Dear Ina, due to the sharp decline in sales, presumably due to coronavirus, canceled my eBay store. However, prior to doing so, I asked eBay many questions about the process through their Facebook page. It was made clear to me that if I canceled before the end of March, my store was set to renew for another year on April 1st. I would not be charged any early termination fees and would get to use the remainder of my 1,000 insertion credits for the month of March, even after cancellation. They also stated that I would get the 1,000 insertion fee credits in April. I didn't think that this made much sense, since it was due to renew in April and would pay for my final store fee for $59.95 on my April invoice. Okay, MIN. Okay, whatever. Wow. Yeah, I don't. They must have a bigger store subscription because I don't have that. Mine's only $4.95 a month. So, folks. The bottom line is, as I said it before, when it comes to getting a store, it's not going to be for everybody. And here's a takeaway I just want to share this with you guys. If you're going to sell on eBay, maybe you are thinking about it. Maybe if you listen to this news, you may decide not to. But if you do, start off with the 50 free listings they have. Now, I don't know if Corners sound like they talked about 1,000 free listings. I don't know. But all I know is I'm going to go by what I remember. eBay will give you 50 free listings every month. And if you're going to start with it, use that first before jumping into a store. I don't highly recommend it, going to a store just yet. But if you feel you're going to sell over 100 or up to 100 items, then you might want to consider getting a starter store like I got. And anything over that, which I'm over 22. I'm over 22 additional listings. It's going to cost me an additional 30 cents with the store subscription versus not having a store subscription. It's going to cost me 35 cents. So please keep that in mind prior to getting involved with a store. All right. I'm not going to, get too much into this here. For those of you who have stores out there, you may want to heed what this person's saying and look into it, folks. Check into it. This one over here, did I do this one, read this one like this here? I'm sorry, because sometimes, folks, I double-click things on. And all right, let me just recap this. I don't think I did, but if I did, it looks kind of similar. This one came out March 31st, of course, 2020. It says, eBay initiates next phase of managed payments despite COVID-19, unless they popped it in twice. eBay sellers are already anxious about the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and on their health and their livelihood. Got something to worry about on Tuesday when they opened up an email from eBay, subject line, new managed payments option during unprecedented times. Okay, this seems pretty much almost similar to what I was talking about earlier. I'm not going to get too much into it here, okay? If you guys want to read into it more, they have active hyperlinks. You might want to go directly to the site and check into that, okay? All right, I'm not going to get too much into this here. I think I expressed myself many times over. I am not in favor of the managed payment service that they're offering right now. This story came out March 31st, selling to France. Please pause non-urgent shipments. For those international sellers, I do not do international selling, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. It says the French Postal Service is asking mailers around the world to pause any non-urgent shipments to buyers in that country and has suspended certain mail services according to the United States Postal Service. It goes on to say in its 11th COVID-19 continuity of operations update published on March 31st, 2020, the USPS said La Poste is asking mailers worldwide to defer their non-urgent shipments to France, and it's requesting that the postal operators reduce their volume of the dispatches. Okay, again, I'm not going to get more into this here. If you are an international seller and you do sell to these countries, or like in this particular case, France, just keep this in mind, folks, okay? All right, let's go to the next one here. Okay, for Amazon, for you Amazon FBA people, this story came out March 31st. Amazon waives some FBA storage fees. Is it enough? It goes on to say here, Amazon is waiving 2 weeks of inventory storage fees for FBA sellers who have their products stored in the U.S., Canada, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Poland, and the Czech Republic. It says, while decisions may sound purely altruistic, if I'm saying it wrong, all right, I'm sorry, and many sellers expressed their appreciation, others said that the nice gesture wasn't enough to offset the slowdown in sales due to Amazon's policy changes. Well, again, I think I mentioned it before. I am a registered Amazon seller, but I am not selling right now at this particular time. But for you guys out there who are FBA sellers, you may want to read more into this here, okay? Because there is a little more information here that may be of interest to you. Okay, if you get a chance, check it out. All right, this is for you out there, you people out there who sell on Amazon, or if you're Amazon FBA sellers, this is going to pertain to you. So keep that in mind. Let's bump out of this window here. This story came out March 31st, 2020. It says eBay's Marnie Levine provides update to sellers. eBay Vice President and Seller of Operations and Engagement, Marnie Levine, did her third live stream video, seller check-in. Now, you've seen it. That was earlier when I just started here, so you might want to check into that there. I'm not going to read into this here, but you can. There's a lot of information here. Okay, she talks about the seller protection in place for 90 days, eBay's working day and night on price gouging, reference products. I'm skipping down, of course, essential to fight against the COVID-19 outbreak. eBay's giving subscribers 100,000 additional free listings, 50,000 free fixed listings in March, 50,000 in April. Okay, well, that's great. Who's gonna live 50,000 or 100,000 items? I don't. That'd be good for good companies. That I would never have that in my lifetime. But anyway, for those of you out there who do have inventory of that magnitude, that's great for you guys. I'm not going to get into too much in this here. All right, so I'm going to bump out of here. Well, actually, let me see. Should I leave this open here? Maybe I'll come back and look at this really quick. What I want to talk to you about is the eBay community. I got 2 windows opened up over here. And I highly recommend that you guys get a chance to read it. Go to the eBay community chat board. You can go there by just typing eBay community if you can't find it. And when you type it there, it'll take you to the home page. And it'll bring you to this page here. And when you get there, you're going to get this. See, there's little windows here that drive by here. Place to read the latest update, support, and ask questions with your fellow sellers. And if you click this here, it'll move you to the next one. Welcome to the eBay community, and so on and so forth. Now, here's the latest discussions. Check this out. This came out, like I said, you might want to read this here. These are the latest discussions. This came out April 1st. Okay. Now, if you don't want to read the whole thing, you can just read a little caption over what it is when you hover over the highlighted black ink over here, the ones over here, the black lettering. It'll give you a little idea. It says eBay should suspend sellers for price gouging. These people who want price gouging any essential items, while our nation in crisis needs to be stopped, and the only way to do it is if eBay would suspend. Okay. Again, you could read it over here. This is price gouging. Do sellers realize that the price gouging is illegal? I mean, $1,000 for 1 ounce of used hand sanitizer, while our nation is that is ludicrous. That is crazy. If that's the case, where people if they're listing it for 1,000 is one thing. If there's a buyer out there actually buying that, is totally crazy. Wow. Yeah, but you could check this out. I highly recommend you go to the eBay community chat board on a daily basis, especially with the coronavirus thing here. You may want to read more into this here, folks. I mean, I highly recommend it. Look at this here. In case you didn't know, look, this is why I like this here. That's why I like to come here. FedEx stores all closed in Springfield, Missouri. What is that? Yeah, right. Springfield, I guess. Yeah. It goes on to say here, FedEx all stores in Springfield. Yesterday said all the FedEx stores in Springfield, Missouri, I believe it is, were closed. Over here, it keeps bouncing off here, except for picking a package that was sent there. Apparently, they're all closed today. And then you could read more into this here. And then someone goes on to say, anybody know who this is? Okay, photos from 1946. I think it's the same person. Okay, I don't know. Sometimes you're going to get different things in here. You might want to check it out, though. Really interesting information here. Yeah. Again, you can see here, help for a newbie. How do I change the link so it matches my store name? Okay, I set up an eBay store last week, and I just used the name Ickbay because I thought it could change once it came up. Okay, with the name of my store. All right, there's more here. You can load more discussions on here. The other thing I want to talk to you about, folks, and I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it, is the eBay for Business podcast. I didn't get a chance. I'm being upfront and honest with you. I know I usually listen to this stuff religiously, and I do. But there were times, like I said, this has been a crazy week for me myself. I didn't get a chance to listen to the March 24th one or the March 30th. These come out on Tuesday, folks, just to let you know. This came out March 31st. And if you want to get a little idea what it's all about, I highly recommend you check the eBay for Podcast site. You do get good information over there, okay? If you want to get a little synopsis of what it's all about, it says feature guests this week on eBay for Business Podcast. eBay Senior Vice President Americas Jordan Sweetman joins podcast sellers. Check into talk about eBay is doing. What is eBay doing to help sellers during difficult times? Okay, and you could read more into this here. And the same thing for this one here. That's for eBay episode 84. And this one here was from March 24th. Again, I didn't get a chance to listen to this. I will listen to it today, though. And again, it'll give you a little idea of what they're going to talk about. Okay, check in this week. VP of Engagements and Operation Money Levine. Yeah, that's probably what we were talking about earlier in the e-commerce bites. But Craig Dawson's going to be on there. Elizabeth, I think. Oh no, this is the one I did see. I'm sorry, I did this one. Yeah. Right. No, this one here I did. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, this one here. Okay, so I seen this one. Good. So, well, if you didn't, check this one out though. If you didn't, check out episode 83. Yeah, I'm looking over here and I'm looking at the names: Elizabeth Bennett and Chris Dawson. Yeah, I seen this. I listened to this one. Really good podcast, and you get some good information. Well, they're all good. But this is the new one. I will leave this here because I definitely want to check this out. Again, and when the shows do come on Tuesday, You can have your questions answered by eBay, Run a Business Podcast. You can call them at 888-788-723-4630, or you can email them at podcast@ebay.com. Okay, you can just click here and it'll take you to that I guess the site there to leave your questions or comments. All right, let me bump out of this screen over here. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated to when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is April 2nd, 2020. I just want to say again, thank you to the subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. And if it's the first time visiting, I hope you like the content and you get a takeaway from it. I do these videos and bring out this information to you out there if you are an e-commerce seller, and with the intentions and hopes that it will be helpful to you, that you can get some information from it, and hopefully it'll help you make better decisions with your online business. I do this as often as I can. When I get the Google alerts from different companies, I will share the information as it becomes available to me. So the better informed, the better you'll be. Anyway, I just want to close out by saying thank you again. I'm wishing you all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.